Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's a beautiful day, pretty on sunshine, and I believe in someone's freedom as long as you lose not your faith. I'm with a handsome brother of mine, a handsome citizen of Nigeria, a good citizen of Akwa Ibom State, and I'll give him the ground to take his time to explain himself. Let our viewers out there get to know him better. And brother, nice to have him on my talk show. So what's the name?
My name is Emmanuel Tukon from the Senatorial District, the Senate to be precise.
For real, that's the senator himself, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. Nice to have you on my talk show.
Thank you.
I believe you're a graduate.
Yeah, definitely.
From
Akwa Ibom State University.
Akwa Ibom State University, man. Nice one, man. Top shot, man. I believe Akwa Ibom State University happens to be one of the, one of the greatest state universities in Nigeria.
Yeah, top 20.
For real, man. Yeah. For real. Congrats, man. Yeah, let's talk about the business of the day. As a citizen of Nigeria, citizen of Akwa Ibom State, what's your view, or what's your mind view, or what do you think about the present administration pattern of leadership? Bringing it to the state level. Let's starting from the state level before we take it to the federal aspect of it. What do you think about Pastor Moino? Or would you think Pastor Moino has any positive impact, to offer Akwa Ibom State, most especially defecting from PDP to APC? What's your state of mind about it?
Well, personally, with this conviction that he has nothing much to offer, he just switched for his own personal interest to secure his second term bid, not to be challenged by the almighty APC. You can see the same. That's the same that is happening at Davido State.
Okay, Osun State.
Osun State.
Yeah.
The current governor, Senator Deleke Mole, yes, decamped
to APC,
just cross-carpeted to APC just to secure a second term because everybody is scared of the almighty APC. So they're trying to secure their second term. So that's what it is here, because the people have so many issues, so many problems, so many petitions, so many cries, asking for changes, asking for new ideas, not the new party, a fresh air, not a fresh party. Okay. Because what we need right now, taking us to another party, there's no structure in place to tell us this is what it is, this is what it was. This is why we left PDP, and this is why we're going to APC. So everybody just celebrating. So you're just celebrating moving to APC. For real. You understand? So there are some critical questions we need to ask so we can be able to assimilate.
So that means there's no iron out plan for the people to understand why the state is now being controlled by APC.
Exactly.
Do you think it's just political satisfaction based on leadership and all that?
They just want to maintain power.
Okay.
Because, for instance, someone said the governor is decamping to APC so that they can construct Ibom deep seaport rather.
Do you think it's true?
And I see that as a flimsy excuse, because that shouldn't be a criteria for that thing to be done.
For real. As long as it's government.
Yes, this is governance, this is not politics.
For real.
So you can't play politics with the human capital development stuffs or projects. For real. Saying you must come to this party before we do this for the people.
But the news we had Tinubu pledging to Akwa Ibomite, to develop Akwa Ibomite more, or to invest more in Akwa Ibom. And I'm thinking, is it because Pastor Moino now is an APC member, that's why Tinubu now is making a lot of pledge for Akwa Ibom?
Those things are political lies. Yes, we see them like political lies, because we've been lied to numerous times. We've been given so many big promises, huge promises, and nothing has come to light.
For real.
So those things are just normal political talks.
Man, I really appreciate that. But before we go further, I want really to understand, so because you're sounding as an opposition politician here.
We are not. Excuse me. I'm not an opposition, because it's even those in power that are acting like the opposition.
Okay.
Because we are not scared. We are transparent.
Now, let me understand.
We are accountable, but we are the ones being scared.
The we you're talking about now.
They're the one feeling like the opposition.
I understand what you're saying. Let's talk about the we now. You're trying to the phrase we. So why are you representing? Which party are you representing?
I'm not representing a party. I'm representing a movement. So which is the Obidient Movement?
The Obidient Movement. Yes. Congratulations to you. But I so much love you, because you're for people that don't really know you. I've known you for a very long time.
And I want to use this privilege to wish my principal a happy birthday. Today's his 64th birthday.
For real, man. Yeah. For real, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But being obedient fans, you've been updoing for a very long time for Obidient. What really what's really special about this obedience movement?
Is fresh air,
For real.
is the energy of the youth seeking for reforms,
Okay.
changes.
So you think Obi is the right one? Obi can help the Nigerian youth see the reformment or something?
Obi has the qualities that we aspire in a leader, we
Okay.
look for in a leader,
Okay.
which is transparency,
Transparency.
accountability,
Okay.
truthfulness.
Wow.
You understand? And the truth is, when once you are transparent, you don't even need to be accountable because people can
Give account of it.
of what you are doing
What you're doing.
because you are transparent.
For real.
So I think no need for accountability because he is transparent.
Okay.
We saw way back to 7 what he did in Anambra, what he left behind, his legacy.
For real.
Because one thing I believe in life is your legacy speaks for you, precedes before you.
I believe.
So he has a lot. And I feel since this man came to the limelight of presidential elections since 2022, he has had so many antagonists, so many enemies, and none of them have been able to pull him down with all their propaganda. That means there's nothing to nail this man down.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's a saint, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have that corrupt antecedent
Okay.
where we have foreign officials commit crimes, fraud crimes
Okay.
in outside abroad, come back and become governors, senators. You understand? We don't have foreign politicians stealing our money and using it to secure themselves and become bigger people.
Bigger people. Let's hold it there. Now let's see something. Talking about obedience movement and all those things. In your own point of view as a citizen of this country, what do you think the sitting government are not doing right? Or what are those things you have to point out if you have the opportunity to point it out? What are those things you have to point out to the sitting government that this is not moving right, or this aspect is not moving right, or these are the aspects we need change? So what
It's simple.
can you say about the
It's
mind?
very simple. Listen to the people.
Okay.
That's the simple thing. That is solves all problems.
You are the people, representing the people right now.
If you remember, there was a time Jonathan wanted to rename Lagos State University to Abiola, something like that. There was outcry. People protested. He listened to the people and reverted the name. So that's what we want from the government. Listening, you're having empathy and sympathy on the people, because empathy is you understanding what the people are feeling without being with
Empathy and
them.
sympathy, talking about in what aspect?
In governance, delivering for the people's benefit. Because I can tell you right now, this government has done nothing for the people. It's the great hardship, continuous hardship. I would never believe in my lifetime that I can buy fuel for 1,000 plus.
Okay.
But this is us living in the reality, and no one has protested. It's just like we are under some kind of spiritual manipulation, some voodoo. We saw in 2011 when Jonathan increased price of, I think, from something naira to, he added 20 something naira to the fuel. We saw the Occupy Nigeria. It was a menace. We saw them, Pastor Odebuye, pronounced Professor Wole Soyinka.
Coming out to talk about the bad government.
That's what I'm saying. This is state capture. We are experiencing real life state capture. We cried about this since the first time of this regime.
Because the Yoruba is not conducting prayers for bad governance. I've not heard Paul Ineche or those niggas conducting prayers for bad governance. Since Stephen came on board.
This is state capture. Everywhere has been captured. We saw this, and we've always been laying out these cries. Understand? This man is acting beyond his jurisdiction, his electoral powers.
Okay.
Just imagine the menace in Port Harcourt. An elected officer suspending another elected officer without having the constitutional right to do that.
I think
that is abuse of power.
The vice president came out a few days ago to step down on camera that the president doesn't have the power to step down an elected officer. The vice president came out to state that even the president doesn't have the right to step down.
Not just the vice president saying that, we have profound barristers that understand the law better.
Okay.
They know that it is a crime for you to do that. It's just like someone trying to commit suicide. Trying to commit suicide is a crime in Nigeria's law, because you are not allowed to tamper with your own life. So it's a crime.
So running it up now as a citizen of the country, let's run up the whole conversation. As a citizen of the country, what are those potholes you feel the governance, you're calling out the governance now to help, because I don't believe we need a division fight in Nigeria. I don't think it's all about political party. I don't believe it's all about it need to be Peter Obi or it need to be Tiku or it need to be Tinubu. I believe it need to be Nigeria. I believe Nigeria should come first in the minds of every citizen of the country. Now, if Nigeria comes first in the minds of the citizens, I believe we can all join hands to build the country. So now, joining hands to build the country. Now, what are the flaws you feel you can state out, as a citizen of the country, calling out the president, not just political differences or who is perfect or who is not perfect, or who is doing right or who is not doing right. What are the things you feel the government should look into right now, as citizen of the country, that will help, bring back the country, to that Nigeria you knew, or to that Nigeria you have always dreamed to be?
It's very simple. Electoral reforms.
Okay.
Electoral reforms. When once you do electoral reforms, you are giving the power back to the people.
Okay.
Because that answers all the questions.
Breaking down the electoral reforms, how can you break them down to a common Nigerian?
Electoral reforms, in the sense that this pattern of analog and a cake way of conducting elections are being shelved.
So you feel the whole problem of Nigeria lies on the system of election
and change of constitution.
Okay. What
Because we saw the senator of Delta State that is fighting for Anambra State, Senator Ned Nwoko, was saying that we don't need to change the constitution, that instead we should work on governance. That was a lie.
Okay.
Because once you work on the constitution, it will checkmate governance.
For real.
But once you are working on governance, constitution is
still the
same thing.
For real.
Yes.
So you're looking at working on the constitution.
Yes, we work on the constitution and electoral reforms.
And I really appreciate your time on my talk show, and I believe the government of the day will look into the state of the country by taking it from your own point of view. Nice to have you on my talk show, man.
Yeah.